Hello guys, thank you for choosing Hero Hustle channel here. It's Alex, and as long as you notice the title and the thumbnail, we are going to talk about Gurnisson here. This is one of my top 3 Stronghold heroes. Probably number 1 should be Jabarax, number 2 would be Gretchen, I would say, and then Gurnisson. Yes, surprise, surprise. Greg Heck is not in my top 3 for good or bad. I don't know, but he's, I would say, 4th, 5th, 6th in my scale of best Stronghold heroes. However, today we're going to talk about Gurnisson, this monster for early game, and with the latest hot updates, it's a nightmare for his opponents, even with this Ballista getting buffed. You probably know the latest update. So however, here I just killed my opponent in this town. Thankfully it had only Citadel, because if it had Castle, probably I would not defeat him, but take a look at what I was left with. However, yeah, I was lucky enough to have external for behemoths here, which I captured, I guess, 2nd week. Anyway, let's start talk about this hero, and as usual, let's disarm him to see his points. Yes, totally different. I don't know if you watched my Vey review recently, another Stronghold hero, which was a battle mage, but here we have a pure barbarian, pure warrior, ready to rip off his opponent. Here how he looks like at again 3rd month, in the end of 3rd month, 21st level. Take a look at the difference between attack and knowledge skill. Yeah, that's not a surprise, not something you would say, oh, what's wrong here? There's nothing wrong. This is a pure barbarian. You should know that you cannot rely on his mana points, and you should be concerned about your power points as well, especially in the late game, because if you face some caster, you should be prepared for some spell fight. Here you see my spell book is not very rich. This is only what I had. However, it worked perfectly for this battle. So let's start with Gurnisson for early game. Probably the best hero for early game. To me, it's just the best hero, because you have your Ballista with you, and his specialty is indeed Ballista. You start with offense and artillery here, which is absolutely enough for clearing the early map here around your town. Keep in mind that this Ballista is like a 3rd stack of units here, archery units. You literally could go with in the beginning with when you at day 1 you can build the cliff nest here, right, and buy 3 birds. Literally you could go with 3 birds and the Ballista if you're advanced player, or expert player. Of course, if you're expert player, you probably won't hear what I'm saying, but you probably have your own unique strategies. But for the new players, you don't even have to bother buying hobgoblins or goblins here, because they will lower your speed, because when they're not upgraded they have 6 speed here. Oh, 5, it's 5. But rather you could take your wolf riders with 6 speed and your birds with 7 speed and the Ballista, and you're completely ready to go and destroy everything around your town. It's just amazing hero for the beginning. Yeah, he lacks a spell book, you have to buy one, but in the beginning you honestly you really don't need it. Aside from the great start here, you see that he always learns wisdom. Yeah, you cannot see it, but you see that I learned it in the very beginning of the game. Before mid game I learned wisdom, and I'm not sure about earth magic. I think I learned it somewhere in university or something like that, or I think it was from university. However, you may rely on Gurnisson learning wisdom for sure, because wisdom is probably the most important skill in the game, especially for late game, for big maps. Armorer, of course, logistics, you know, those 6 skills here. Okay, let's say 5 of them. Yeah, of course you start with those 2, but three of those 4 here will be for sure yours playing Gurnisson. He will definitely learn them. What I was happy to learn in this game was interference. It worked perfectly against my opponent. If of course you know what it does, take a look. Right, now you know if you didn't. Archery was the last secondary skill I learned just after killing my opponent. I pick up 1 level and I learned archery. It would be great if I had it before the game, because you see here I had the golden bow. Actually, this was my courage to attack him, because with the Ballista specialty, with those guys, they were over 200. I had a lot of Cyclops. You see, I had 3 powerful archers with golden bolt. Just amazing recipe for defeating a hero in the town, even though with Citadel. So thanks to this artifact. And what else? I don't know what else, but it was a really interesting game. Please take a look at the description or top right corner. You're going to find the battle here. I don't remember if I was commenting it, if it's with commentary or not. Anyway, it's interesting because I was fighting until my mana went off. I think my opponent's mana was off. So yeah, it was very interesting fight. You better watch it. It was nice. Oh my god, I might be wrong about the mana, because I recently played another game with Gurnisson. It's a little bit of a mess in my head right now, but however, you see again here I had the opportunity to find this artifact. I love it. -2 Moro, it's just crucial, especially when you find a supportive a related artifact like this one. I'm always choosing them over something else. For example, here I choose to wear this over this, so I prefer to lower his moral by 1 instead of increasing my luck by 1. I don't remember if I had this or I got it after defeating him, but I didn't have that. You know, I don't remember right now. However, this is how Gurnisson looks like at 21st level. Most likely you're going to raise attack. There was a time within this game that I was 10 attack, 1 defense, I guess, 1 power and 3 knowledge. So don't be afraid if in the beginning of the game you see your attack going 10, 11, 15, and yet you have 3 knowledge or 2 power. Don't be afraid. There are artifacts to cover this loss. Just rely on your pure strength, the brutal force of this hero, his Ballista. Remember, after the very last update, the Ballista could be killed at minimum 3 hits. Pause the video if needed, if you don't know about the latest updates. So it's extremely valuable machinery here with this hero. What else? I think there's nothing to be said. Just try it. Strongly recommended Stronghold hero for new players. It's really reliable. It's just perfect from day 1 to the last day of your game. Whether you defeat, you kill your opponent or he kills you, this is a reliable hero. Alright guys, as always, please share your opinion down in the comments. Ask me if there's something to be asked. Oh yeah, I was fighting with this artifact. yeah, it was pretty pretty interesting to see a Stronghold hero with this one, you know, because I said, okay, I'm attacking a town, so he's most likely to cast slow on me. There's no point me casting slow on units within the walls. Yeah, I could cast Stone Skin, would benefit my army as well, but you know, I said, okay, I have this, those 5 spells, and I will handle it. Mostly relying on my implosion. Yeah, you know. So yeah, I was fighting with Stronghold hero with this. So with a warrior wearing this one, you know, it's very controversial. However, I choose to do that. Oh, also you see, I prefer lowering his morale by 2 instead of increasing my unit speed by 1 in this fight, because one more time I had 2 related artifacts getting pretty giving me an advantage, and it's better to lower an opponent's morale by 3 than increasing your unit speed by 1 in most cases. Okay guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.